Question 56. Who can ask you about whom you voted for? A. No one. B. Any other Canadian. C. Your local MP. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is A. No one. Question 91. Which is the Canadian province with the largest population? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Ontario. Question 118. What is the other name for a trial court? A. The Court of Queen's Bench. B. The Federal Court. C. The Provincial Court. D. The Small Claims Courts. The answer is A. The Court of Queen's Bench. Question 144. Which province is Canada's largest producer of hydroelectricity? A. British Columbia. B. Manitoba. C. Ontario. D. Quebec. The answer is D. Quebec. Question 178. What is the largest religious affiliation in Canada? A. Roman Catholic. B. Hindu. C. Muslim. D. Jewish. The answer is A. Roman Catholic. Question 21. Which region is known as the industrial and manufacturing heartland of Canada? A. Atlantic Provinces. B. Prairie Provinces. C. Central Canada. D. West Coast. The answer is C. Central Canada. Question 75. What is Canada's national winter sport? A. Lacrosse. B. Basketball. C. Hockey. D. Golf. The answer is C. Hockey. Question 100. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 145. Which territory shares a border with another country? A. British Columbia. B. Alberta. C. Northwest Territories. D. Yukon Territory. The answer is D. Yukon Territory. Question 179. Who suggested the name Dominion of Canada in 1864? A. Sir Leonard Tilley. B. Lord Elgin. C. LaFontaine. D. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir Leonard Tilley. Question 39. What should you do if you do not receive a voter information card before an election? A. Call your local municipality. B. Turn up at your nearest polling station on election day. C. You should assume you were not chosen to vote. D. Contact Elections Canada. The answer is D. Contact Elections Canada. Question 76. Who led an armed uprising and seized Fort Garry? A. John Macdonald. B. Louis Riel. C. Sam Steele. D. Georgette Cartier. The answer is B. Louis Riel. Question 120. What is the tenure of the Governor-General? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 5 years. D. 7 years. The answer is C. 5 years. Question 156. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? A. Vancouver. B. Toronto. C. Montreal. D. Calgary. The answer is B. Toronto. Question 196. What did the government do to make immigration to Western Canada easier? A. Use the Great Lakes and Seaway to prairies. B. Built a railway across the prairies. C. Built a highway across the prairies. D, A and C. The answer is B. Built a railway across the prairies. Question 32. What is the highest honor available to Canadians? A. The Queen's Medal. B. Elizabeth Cross. C. Victoria Medal. D. Victoria Cross. The answer is D. Victoria Cross. Question 69. Who was Sir George Aiken Cartier? A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. B. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. C. The first head of a responsible government. D. Canada's first Prime Minister. The answer is A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. Question 112. Which province has the largest population of Aboriginals? A. Manitoba. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Manitoba. Question 139. Which two provinces are on the Atlantic coast of Canada? A. British Columbia and Yukon. B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. C. Newfoundland and British Columbia. D. Prince Edward Island and Ontario. The answer is B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Question 165. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A. Lacrosse. B. Soccer. C. Curling. D. Basketball. The answer is B. Soccer. Question 7. What was the name of the new country formed in Confederation? A. Britain. B. Canada. C. Canadian Confederation. D. Dominion of Canada. The answer is D. Dominion of Canada. Question 33. What do you call a law before it is passed? A. A proposed law. B. A bill. C. A new law. D. A proposal of a law. The answer is B. A bill. Question 61. In which type of industry did most early European settlers work? A. For trading. B. Oil. C. Gold mining. D. Hunting. The answer is A. For trading. Question 95. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. Question 131. Which animal is an official symbol of Canada? A. The bear. B. The moose. C. The beaver. D. The snowbird. The answer is C. The beaver. Question 158. Who invented the sport of basketball? A. Canadians. B. French. C. Germans. D. Americans. The answer is A. Canadians. Question 190. What is Canada's system of political governance called? A. Monarchy. B. Parliamentary government. C. Democratic process. D. Benevolent dictatorship. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 34. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 62. How is a cabinet minister chosen? A. By the Prime Minister. B. By the King. C. By the voters. D. By the senators. The answer is A. By the Prime Minister. Question 88. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick in Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. Question 123. Who has the right to enter and leave Canada at will? A. Prisoners. B. Members of the Commonwealth. C. Canadian citizens. D. Job seekers. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 150. Who out of the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. Politicians. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 175. What are the three levels of government in Canada? A. Federal, provincial, and county. B. Federal, state, and city. C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. D. Federal, provincial, and rural. The answer is C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Question 9. Who let Quebec into Confederation? A. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. B. Sir Georgette Cartier. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is B. Sir Georgette Cartier. Question 35. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 81. What is the Great Charter of Freedom also known as? A. Habeas corpus. B. Dominion of Canada. C. Canadian Constitution. D. Magna Carta. The answer is D. Magna Carta. Question 115. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? A. General Sir Arthur Currie. B. Phil Edwards. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Rick Hansen. The answer is A. General Sir Arthur Currie. Question 151. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate, and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative, and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police, and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. Question 2. What is the name of the Royal Anthem of Canada? A. Great Canada. B. Canada. C. God Save the Queen or King. D. O Canada. The answer is C. God Save the Queen or King. Question 28. What are the provinces of Central Canada? A. Ontario and Quebec. B. Ontario and Alberta. C. Quebec and New Brunswick. D. Alberta and Saskatchewan. The answer is A. Ontario and Quebec. Question 55. 1/3 of all Canadians live in which province? A. Saskatchewan. B. Quebec. C. Alberta. D. Ontario. The answer is D. Ontario. Question 82. Who is Canada's head of state? A. The Premier of Canada. B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. C. The Governor-General. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. Question 108. Where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? A. Asia. B. England. C. France. D. USA. The answer is A. Asia. Question 177. How many judges serve in the Supreme Court of Canada? A. 7. B. 9. C. 10. D. 5. The answer is B. 9. Question 46. Which province in Canada is the smallest in land size? A. British Columbia. B. Prince Edward Island. C. Alberta. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Prince Edward Island. Question 109. How many Canadians have been awarded the Victoria Cross? A. 96. B. 500. C. 2. D. 122. The answer is A. 96. Question 162. Which of the following is the highest court of Canada? A. Provincial court. B. The small claims courts. C. The Supreme Court. D. The federal court. The answer is C. The Supreme Court. Question 13. Which province is one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. British Columbia. D. Alberta. The answer is B. Saskatchewan. Question 84. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question 137. Which country lies on Canada's southern border? A. Central America. B. Mexico. C. Michigan. D. United States of America. The answer is D. United States of America. Question 187. Which province has a long history of coal mining, forestry, and agriculture? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Prince Edward Island. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Nova Scotia. Question 58. What happens when the federal government loses a confidence vote? A. An election is called. B. The official opposition party takes power. C. The Prime Minister loses his job. D. The Prime Minister is no longer the leader of his party. The answer is A. An election is called. Question 129. What does MPP stand for? A. Member of the Provincial Parachute. B. Member of the Provincial Police. C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. D. Member of the Provincial Publication. The answer is C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. Question 6. Which of the following is the federal government responsible for? A. Highways. B. For natural resources. C. Education. D. Interprovincial trade and communications. The answer is D. Interprovincial trade and communications. Question 78. Who can enter and leave the country freely without time constraints? A. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. B. Commonwealth citizens. C. Canadian citizens. D. British citizens. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 130. Who was the first Prime Minister of Canada? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Alexander Mackenzie. C. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. D. Sir John Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. Question 189. If you are unable to vote on election day, how do you vote? A. Vote at advance polls. B. Forget it. C. Vote the next day after election. D. Vote a week later. The answer is A. Vote at advance polls. Question 41. Which of the following is the oldest colony of the British Empire in Canada? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Alberta. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The answer is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 103. Municipal government is responsible for which of the following? A. Natural resources. B. Currency. C. Garbage removal. D. Highways. The answer is C. Garbage removal. Question 149. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Sir Sanford Fleming. D. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. The answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question 198. When was the Official Languages Act passed? A. 1969. B. 1867. C. 1982. D. 2000. The answer is A. 1969. Question 71. What principles out of the following is Canada's constitution based on? A. Multiculturalism, peace and order. B. Peace, order and good government. C. War, order and good government. D. Mobility, rights, order and good government. The answer is B. Peace, order and good government. Question 114. Where is the most important harbor in eastern Canada located? A. Vancouver. B. Yellowknife. C. Halifax. D. Quebec. The answer is C. Halifax. Question 167. Who among the following can help you with legal problems? A. Politicians. B. Lawyers. C. Members of Parliament. D. The police. The answer is B. Lawyers. Question 44. Which region of Canada is known for its fertile agricultural land and energy resources? A. Central Canada. B. Quebec. C. Prairie provinces. D. Maritime provinces. The answer is C. Prairie provinces. Question 97. What is the head of the city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Question 160. Which of the following describe two responsibilities of federal government? A. National defense and foreign policy. B. National defense and firefighting. C. Citizenship and maintaining highways. D. Healthcare and education. The answer is A. National defense and foreign policy. Question 19. Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court of Canada? A. The Governor-General. B. The Prime Minister. C. Other judges. D. The people. The answer is A. The Governor-General. Question 73. What is celebrated on the 26th of December? A. Remembrance Day. B. Victoria Day. C. Boxing Day. D. Canada Day. The answer is C. Boxing Day. Question 117. What is the reason behind the Canada and U.S. border? A. To improve security. B. To maintain distance. C. Canada wishes to remain independent of the United States. D. To prevent war between the two countries. The answer is C. Canada wishes to remain independent of the United States. Question 169. Who were the United Empire Loyalists? A. People loyal to the Crown. B. The commanders of armies. C. British colonies. D. Aboriginal peoples. The answer is A. People loyal to the Crown. Question 193. Which of the following are the provinces responsible for? A. Defense. B. Foreign policy. C. Currency. D. Education. The answer is D. Education. Question 29. Where do the majority Métis live in Canada? A. Central Canada. B. The North. C. Prairie provinces. D. The Maritimes. The answer is C. Prairie provinces. Question 99. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 126. Where are the Great Lakes? A. Atlantic Canada. B. Manitoba. C. Between Ontario and the United States. D. Northern Quebec. The answer is C. Between Ontario and the United States. Question 154. Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question 4. In what year did Canada become a country? A. 1867. B. 1687. C. 1786. D. 1678. The answer is A. 1867. Question 38. Which province is Canada's main producer of pulp and paper? A. Quebec. B. British Columbia. C. Saskatchewan. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Quebec. Question 92. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? A. A red poppy. B. A green shirt. C. A black tie. D. A white shirt. The answer is A. A red poppy. Question 128. Who signs the bills if it is approved by the provincial parliament? A. The mayor. B. Dalton McGuinty. C. Members of the provincial parliament. D. The lieutenant governor. The answer is D. The lieutenant governor. Question 155. What is a part of our heritage under the Canadian legal system? A. Freedom under law. B. Democratic principles and due process. C. Rule of law. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 22. What types of jobs are provided by service industries? A. Communications and retail services. B. Transportation and education. C. Tourism and government. D. All answers are correct. The answer is D. All answers are correct. Question 68. How can you contact your Member of Parliament? A. By using social media site online. B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. C. By booking an appointment over the phone. D. By waiting outside of Parliament building. The answer is B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. Question 111. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Terry Fox. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir Sanford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Question 138. Where do the English and French have equal status in Canada? A. In the workplace. B. In schools. C. In the Parliament of Canada. D. At the City Hall. The answer is C. In the Parliament of Canada. Question 188. Who were the first Aboriginal people living in Canada? A. American and British. B. Spanish. C. French and Chinese. D. Indians, First Nations and Inuits, Eskimos. The answer is D. Indians, First Nations and Inuits, Eskimos. Question 15. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. Elected by senators. B. Elected by the Prime Minister. C. Chosen by the King. D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The answer is D. Elected by Canadian citizens. Question 51. What is a major river in Quebec? A. Hudson's Bay. B. Niagara. C. Fraser River. D. St. Lawrence River. The answer is D. St. Lawrence River. Question 94. What region is called the land of the midnight sun? A. Central Canada. B. The Northern Territories. C. The Prairies. D. The Maritimes. The answer is B. The Northern Territories. Question 121. Which of the following are the three founding peoples of Canada? A. American. French and British. B. Aboriginal. French and British. C. French. American and Indian. D. British. American and Aboriginal. The answer is B. Aboriginal. French and British. Question 148. When was the Magna Carta signed? A. 1649. B. 1215. C. 1425. D. 1615. The answer is B. 1215. Question 173. How many Canadians served in World War II? A. More than 1 million. B. Less than 500,000. C. About 900,000. D. About 500,000. The answer is A. More than 1 million. Question 24. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. D. Ottawa. The answer is D. Ottawa. Question 52. Who circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? A. Reginald Fessenden. B. Rick Hansen. C. Terry Fox. D. Gerhard Herzberg. The answer is B. Rick Hansen. Question 87. Which party becomes the official opposition? A. The party the Prime Minister selects. B. The party with the least votes. C. The party with the second most votes. D. Any independent candidate. The answer is C. The party with the second most votes. Question 113. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Question 140. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? A. 8 provinces and 3 territories. B. 10 provinces and 2 territories. C. 9 provinces and 2 territories. D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. The answer is D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question 166. Which one of these is the Canadian icon? A. The national flag. B. The crown. C. The snowbirds. D. The arms. The answer is C. The snowbirds. Question 17. What was the main advantage of NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The answer is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. Question 53. Who is the father of Manitoba and defender of Métis right? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir William Riel. The answer is A. Louis Riel. Question 80. Which province was the first to grant voting rights to women? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Manitoba. The answer is D. Manitoba. Question 105. Which oceans line Canada's frontiers? A. The Pacific Ocean in the west. B. The Atlantic Ocean in the east. C. The Arctic Ocean to the north. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 133. When is the Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day celebrated? A. 12th of November. B. 20th of November. C. 22nd of November. D. 2nd of November. The answer is B. 20th of November. Question 159. What are the men who established Canada called? A. Fathers of Confederation. B. Fathers of Dominion of Canada. C. Fathers of Canada. D. Fathers of Constitution. The answer is A. Fathers of Confederation. Question 197. What are the three main groups of Aboriginal peoples Inuit? A. United Empire Loyalists. B. Acadians, Métis, and First Nations. C. Early French settlers. D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit. The answer is D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit. Question 27. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? A. July 1st. B. October 6th. C. November 11th. D. November 20th. The answer is C. November 11th. Question 64. Who proclaimed the amended Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. The Senate. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. The people of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. Queen Elizabeth II. Question 106. Who is the head of government in Canada? A. The Sovereign. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Premier. D. The Commissioner. The answer is B. The Prime Minister. Question 142. In what year were the Aboriginal peoples granted the right to vote? A. 1960. B. 1790. C. 1950. D. 1632. The answer is A. 1960. Question 184. Which was the first province in the empire to move towards the abolition of slavery? A. South Canada. B. Upper Canada. C. North America. D. Lower Canada. The answer is B. Upper Canada. Question 10. Which region covers more than one-third of Canada? A. Northern Territories. B. South Region. C. North Region. D. Southern Territories. The answer is A. Northern Territories. Question 36. What do the initials MP stand for in Canadian politics? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of the Patriots. D. Master of the Province. The answer is A. Member of Parliament. Question 65. What is Canada's system of government called? A. Dictatorship. B. Parliamentary government. C. Military rule. D. Communism. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 98. In what sorts of jobs do most Canadians work? A. Service. B. Lumbering. C. Farming. D. Natural resources. The answer is A. Service. Question 143. Which two are Great Lakes? A. St. Lawrence and Superior. B. Ontario and Okanagan. C. Michigan and Okanagan. D. Huron and Erie. The answer is D. Huron and Erie. Question 3. When is Canada Day? A. November 5th every year. B. July 1st every year. C. June 30th every year. D. July 31st every year. The answer is B. July 1st every year. Question 83. Who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. The answer is C. Queen Victoria. Question 136. What are the three main types of industry in Canada? A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. B. Mining services and manufacturing. C. Oil tourism and manufacturing. D. Fishery tourism and services. The answer is A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. Question 186. When asked who must you tell who you voted for in a federal election? A. A police officer. B. Your employer. C. An Elections Canada official. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 48. What is a polling station? A. Place where you vote. B. Campaign offices for candidates. C. Place where the number of votes is counted. D. Member of Parliament's constituency. The answer is A. Place where you vote. Question 110. Which country was liberated by the Canadian Army in 1944 to 1945? A. Germany. B. Austria. C. The Netherlands. D. Japan. The answer is C. The Netherlands. Question 163. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor-General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. The Member of Parliament. The answer is D. The Member of Parliament. Question 31. When did the British North America Act come into effect? A. 1867. B. 1881. C. 1901. D. 1876. The answer is A. 1867. Question 101. When does Canada celebrate Thanksgiving? A. The second Monday of October. B. The first Friday of October. C. The first Monday of September. D. The first Monday of July. The answer is A. The second Monday of October. Question 147. When was the Canadian Pacific Railway finished? A. Late 1600s. B. Late 1700s. C. Late 1800s. D. Early 1700s. The answer is C. Late 1800s. Question 40. What are the parties that are not in power called? A. Tea parties. B. Opposition parties. C. Rival parties. D. Opponents parties. The answer is B. Opposition parties. Question 102. What is the symbol of the Canadian government? A. The Parliament. B. The Crown. C. The national flag. D. The snowbirds. The answer is B. The Crown. Question 157. Where do Inuit people live? A. Ontario. B. Reserve land. C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. D. Prairie provinces. The answer is C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. Question 16. In what jobs did the Métis first work with European settlers? A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. B. Taking care of children. C. Building housing. D. Fishing. The answer is A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. Question 70. Who is the greatest Canadian hockey player? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. Mark Tewksbury. C. Donovan Bailey. D. Terry Fox. The answer is A. Wayne Gretzky. Question 122. To what ocean is Newfoundland closest? A. Atlantic. B. Pacific. C. Labrador. D. Arctic. The answer is A. Atlantic. Question 174. When did Canada become the official name of the country? A. 1799. B. 1773. C. 1791. D. 1758. The answer is C. 1791. Question 42. Who is the King's representative in Canada? A. The Premier. B. The Prime Minister's spouse. C. The Governor-General of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is C. The Governor-General of Canada. Question 96. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. Question 141. Who have major responsibilities on First Nations reserves? A. Band chiefs and councillors. B. Municipal governments. C. Provincial and territorial governments. D. Federal government. The answer is A. Band chiefs and councillors. Question 191. Which of the following people is the father of Confederation? A. Stephen Harper. B. Pierre Trudeau. C. Alexander Mackenzie. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is D. Sir John A. Macdonald. Question 72. What are the two principles upon which Canada is founded? A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. B. The supremacy of God and freedom of speech. C. The supremacy of law and the rule of God. D. Mobility right and the rule of law. The answer is A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. Question 134. What do you call the King's representative in the territories? A. Commissioner. B. Member of the Legislative Assembly. C. Sir. D. Lieutenant Governor. The answer is A. Commissioner. Question 192. When was the first representative assembly in Canada elected? A. 1791. B. 1758. C. 1889. D. 1609. The answer is B. 1758. Question 45. Why are the Great Lakes important to Canada? A. They provide water for irrigation. B. They provide fresh water and waterways. C. They provide waterways. D. They are tourist attractions. The answer is B. They provide fresh water and waterways. Question 90. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A. Nova Scotia. B. Alberta. C. New Brunswick. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 152. Who governs Canada on a daily basis at the federal level? A Premier. B. Governor General. C. The King. D. Prime Minister. The answer is D. Prime Minister.